is the only sport where unknown competitors turn into modern-day gladiators, where the roses rise through the concrete of deadly fists. Fighters not only become champions, they also become icons. The Unprofessional Experts podcast is committed to delivering raw, unfiltered content solely focused on the world's most unforgiving sport. So without hesitation, be sure to subscribe, like, and follow to our podcast. With that being said, God listens to our podcast, so should you. You're welcome.
Flames don't intimidate us. What do? We control the flame.
In the red corner, we have the global phenomenon, Dave O, the Destroyer. In the blue corner, we have the legendary JMC.
Welcome back, fight fans, man. Per usual, it is the Unprofessional Experts podcast. Go ahead, like, follow, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a best friend, tell a random pet, a chicken, an animal, a duck. Because if you do not, man, we will jump you in real life. We are available anywhere, absolutely everywhere. Just search the Unprofessional Experts podcast and get tapped in. Are y'all ready for this episode? If so, like, follow, subscribe. You ready, bro?
Let's tap in.
Let's get it. Rumor report, man. Jake Paul wants to fight Anthony Joshua. The big homie Turkey, Ala Sheik, however you say his name. He's running things in Riyadh season.
I am not against what Jack Paul doing in boxing. It's good for boxing to have young generation. I am against some kinds of fight he do. I want to tell you example and surprise. I am thinking me and him to doing him against Joshua now. Joshua, if he destroy him, it will be good for me. The headache of Jack Paul will go from my mind. If Jack Paul win, I will know that Joshua is finished, and Jack Paul deserve to be ranking and deserve to have future in boxing, right? I don't want it 50-50. In this situation, I wanted 99-1. Jack Paul accepted. Now I next week I will talk with Joshua about it.
How do we feel about a potential matchup of the problem child versus the chin problem in Anthony Joshua, man? What do we think about that matchup?
Listen, I will say this. I think that Jake Paul has actually been developing his boxing skill. I'm willing to give. Yeah. I said it. I think that he's slowly been developing, just a little bit of boxing skill, and I think that he's becoming a little bit formidable. All right, at least in my opinion. But Anthony, if this were to happen, Anthony Joshua better knock this man clean.
You know what? I like the fact that Jake Paul is getting better.
He's getting better.
He is precisely handpicking opponents, and I think an Anthony Joshua matchup would be picked on purpose. And I'm intrigued. Now, by no means does Jake Paul have anywhere near the boxing talent that Anthony Joshua once had. But Anthony Joshua currently is different. He's been through some wars. He's been through some trials. He's been through tribulation. The Anthony Joshua that would get in the ring with Jake Paul is not the champion, Anthony Joshua. And it's an intriguing matchup. I don't have Jake Paul winning, but I have it as a good scrap.
Do you think Jake Paul would test his chin?
I think Anthony Joshua might be a little bit too good to actually get hurt by Jake Paul. Now, the guys that have hurt Anthony Joshua are guys that have been fighting their whole life. And so, even though Jake Paul is getting better and it's showing, and he can fight. Let's just say it. He can fight. Like, I'm not mad at saying that.
He can fight a little bit.
He can box. Somewhat. But there's levels to boxing. The same way Francis Ngannou thought he was somebody because he went the distance with Tyson Fury. Anthony Joshua just let him know you don't play boxing. And so a great step up for Jake Paul, but probably a humbling outcome. I have Anthony Joshua by decision.
By decision?
By decision.
No, I think Jake Paul gets knocked out. I would say that if that fight happens, I see Jake Paul probably get knocked out early.
I know that I will fucking beat Anthony Joshua's ass. I
He
know I
just
will
got
beat.
knocked out, right?
Yeah. He doesn't have a chin, and
Does Anthony Joshua chin fail him again, or does the problem child, box his way to a decision? Let us know what you think. We do have an upcoming matchup. We got an old timer going against a current champ. Boxing is the one sport where age is only just a number, and you can defy Father Time. Speaking in regards to the return of the miraculous Emmanuel Pacquiao, fresh out of the Philippines, he is matching up with the current WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios. How do we feel about the Pacquiao comeback?
You know what? If I'm being honest, I don't like it. I do think that, it's just like, come on, at some point, I think a lot of boxers struggle with stepping away from the sport. But I will say this about Manny. I do believe that he can do all things through Christ. And Manny Pacquiao probably has a puncher's chance against Mario Barrios. I'm not the biggest Mario Barrios fan. So yeah, I think Manny might be able to do a little something, but I don't like it.
I agree with that sentiment. I just like the matchup. Manny could fight. Manny's style might could hold him over. Maybe it might fail him because he's active. There was a lot of punches, and he hasn't fought 4 years, I believe. And so you come back against a young champion. If I'm Barrios, I give Pac-Man everything I got. Like he's getting nothing but hands. I'm not game playing nothing other than to rush him.
It's almost like a Larry Holmes, Muhammad Ali type of situation.
Right. Like, I don't know. If I'm Barrios, this is disrespectful to me. Even though Manny's a legend, come on. You can't be fresh off the couch. Fresh off of being inducted into the Hall of Fame. And I'm your comeback fight. No, I got to get you up out of there.
140 years old and he's still doing it. So shout out to Manny. He could shock the world again.
I would like for Manny to win, only because it sets up a potential mega rematch with the GOAT, the TBE. I don't know if that's another conversation, but that is also a rumor that if Pacquiao pulls off this upset, and it would absolutely be an upset, that there is Floyd Pacquiao 2. Is that a fight that we want?
That would be the greatest geriatric boxing match anybody's ever seen. So I'm here for it. I think it'll be entertaining, but
they did Mike Tyson, Roy Jones.
They did
a couple years ago.
They did.
It gives that kind of vibe.
Yeah, two drunk uncles in the backyard at the barbecue. And I think it will be the same, even for people as great as Pacquiao and Mayweather.
I don't know. I don't think I want to see it. I don't know. Let us know what you think. Yay or nay. I say boo. Don't do it. But hey, you never know. One of probably the best fights on the entire card, which I think is going to be the fight of the night, if it lives up to half of the hype of the first matchup. We have Fundora Zoo 2. As you can recall, the first fight was a bloodbath in which Tim Tszyu corner failed him by not stopping the fight. He suffered a cut. And he was a warrior. He had some tribulation in his follow-up fight, but then he's had some successful wins, and now we've got a rematch. Fundora cooked the guy in his title defense. So now we've got Fundora Zoo 2. How does that one play out?
Now, I'm excited for this matchup. Definitely excited for this matchup. And I see Tim Tszyu doing a lot better in this second matchup between them, man. Yeah, man. But I see it kind of repeating, man. I see it being another bloodbath. I see these guys trading, going back and forth. I don't see Fundora creating space and using his length pause. I see a repeat of the first fight.
Tszyu was doing good before the elbow, and he fought even through the blood, the sweat, and the tears. Fundora is good. He's got a lot of confidence right now. I mean, he's just tall, right? That's his biggest weapon, right? Like you mentioned his length, right? His height, and he's got a hell of an uppercut. But I just think Tim Tszyu comes back and he gets his title back. I'm predicting Tim Tszyu by late stoppage.
That's a hot take.
And I like Fundora. But I think Zoo's got something to prove. And I think he's hungry. I think he wants his belts back.
I'm not the biggest fan of Fundora. Imagine if Fundora fought something like a Tommy Hearns, where the jab was just really a weapon, and he knew how to use his distance and his length. Like, I mean, I just don't like the way that he fights for as tall and long as he is.
He likes to trade, and he has the physical abilities to be a lot smarter fighter than what he does. But I'm not mad at it. I mean, not everybody is in it to stick and move, and everybody wants to work the jab. Sometimes you just want to get in, you want to squabble up, and I'm just not mad at that. But if you have the God-given height that he has, and you choose to be a boxer of all things, you should actually use those physical abilities to your advantage. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan of Fundora, but he does come to fight, and so I'm a fan of that.
Yeah, he does, and he kind of puts me in the mind of Paul Williams to weight. Was Paul Williams at welterweight? I think he was.
Maybe the middleweight. I don't know.
Was he middleweight? Somewhere in there. Super middleweight, welterweight. But he kind of reminds me of Paul Williams.
I can see that.
Yeah, the way that Fundora fights. So, but yeah, no, he does. He does come to fight, and he brings it. So yeah, shout out to him for that.
Hell yeah. Hell of a matchup, man. That card would be a pay-per-view. Amazon Prime pay-per-view. It's going down July 19th, man. Make sure you hop on there and check out those matchups. And then go ahead and tap back into the channel, because we're going to give a review of it and give our opinion on what happens during fight night. Man, just a quick breakdown of everything that's going on in the boxing world. Go ahead, like, follow, subscribe, tap in anywhere, tap in everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, man. You can listen, you can watch. We got all avenues covered. Get on the socials, man. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, man. Just check us out. See what we got going on. That's all we got for you today. Until next time.